Hello, my fellow Sagittarian friends. This is Jen here from Tarot Spirit, here for your March 2016 reading. That's crazy, it's already March. So I'm going to use the same format as last month, which was 3 cards for work, 3 cards for love and romance, and then sort of an overall spiritual recap card. So I'm using the Shadowscapes I've already shuffled. Let's see what we have in store for some of the energies around our work life. Maybe I'll look at the bottom too. Ooh. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles. So this has been coming up a lot recently. This is a very positive work card. It's about hard work. Like this represents the person who's always in the background getting things done, They just keep their head down. They just get the work done. They're systematic. They're very methodical about everything they do. In the traditional sort of Rider-Waite version, and there are 2 people in here. Oh, actually there's usually 3 people. I guess you can count this little lizard or whatever as a person. Usually one person's doing the work and then another person is potentially assisting, and then maybe the third person is managing. So it does depict a hierarchy, and it does mean that someone's watching you. Now, that doesn't mean in a negative way, okay? That people are assessing you for some reason, or perhaps you're the manager and you're assessing someone else. I know our performance reviews are coming up where I work, so it could just be pointing to something like that, or someone's considering you for promotion or things like that. Someone most likely is noticing all your hard work and the attention and care and detail you put into your work. So it's a positive card. Interesting. So it's good that came out, because then we have the Eight of Swords here. So you're feeling trapped at work for some reason. Either you feel like maybe you're in a no-win situation, or you have to work with someone that's just making your life very, very difficult. And it's really hard in a work situation, because in this day and age, you just don't turn around and get another job. And especially if you're in a job that requires a lot of sort of specialized training and you've been in it for many years, you don't just want to stop and drop everything and start from scratch all over again. Now, that being said, if you're feeling like this, and this is the denial card, so this would be yourself telling yourself you can't start over again. You can't have that job you like. You can't have a job where you're appreciated and you make good money. You can't leave this job because you've worked so hard to get here, even if it's not what fulfills your soul or feeds your soul. So there's a mental block preventing you from changing your situation. Now the Emperor card showing up. So the Emperor card's a very strong masculine energy. This is a very commanding leader, a very powerful person that, the negative aspect of him would be like a dictatorship, a really negative micromanager. But the positive of him is a very wise, fair leader. So he's going to do what's best for sort of the good of everyone. So not everyone loves him, because not everyone can get their own way all the time, but he sees the big picture, the overall goal, and does what's best for the most people or the company or whatever it is. So there's someone in a leadership role that is potentially causing you to feel this Eight of Swords energy. Let's see what the other card is. Okay, no, it's a Knight of Wands. So I actually feel like you need to call upon your inner emperor to get you out of this Eight of Swords energy. You need to become the leader in your own life, or a leader on the job, and not be the victim, or, not see this. I mean, this swan is like trapped down here and just like feels helpless, but to sort of rise up and take charge. And there's that saying, I always get my sayings wrong, but it's like something like I'm going to butcher it. Someone will correct me, but basically just if you want to be like a leader, just start acting like a leader, and then you'll be one. Like, there's no magic switch that gets turned and all of a sudden, okay, you're a good leader. You just have to start acting that way. Just remember that you want to command respect, not demand it. A really tough thing to do. A fine line, I guess. Well, then we have the Knight of Wands coming in, and I call this the honeymoon card because it's that very exciting, passionate, motivated, enthusiastic energy where it's sort of all-consuming. Knights are changes in the suit that they're in, and this is Wands that just embodies all the things I just said. So there's going to be a change in your passion. And so I see us going this month from maybe feeling this Eight of Swords denial energy, like we can't get out of this situation, this internal shift. And we're going to, rise up to be our own leader and really look at where we want to go, what we want to do, and start acting, even if it's like a fake it till you make it type situation. Whatever you have to do. But be confident in your hard work, okay? You are a good worker. The people that need to notice are noticing, okay? They may just be biding their time. Remember, pentacles are slow moving. There may be a methodical process going on that a situation may need to play itself out before they can make the changes. But then when the changes come, they're going to be quite swift, and they're going to sweep you up, and it's going to be very beneficial and exciting, and you're going to be moving in a new direction very fast with a lot of enthusiasm. So we're going to be coming into March like this poor trapped swan in the Eight of Swords, but then we're going to be leaving with this amazing Knight of Wands energy. Pretty cool. Pretty nice. Okay, I'm liking this. So really, really think about what your thoughts are around your work. Do you feel like a victim? Do you feel unappreciated? Do you feel like no matter what you do, you're never going to get anywhere? Or do you sort of come into work like, I'm an important, vital, valued employee, and I'm going to be a good example and be a good leader even if I'm not a manager. If I am a manager, I'm going to lead by example and lead by people looking up to me instead of trying to control and force people. I'm going to be the positive side of the emperor. And when that shift happens from victim to leader within, it's an inward shift, then things are going to move very quickly. And just remember, there are things going on behind the scenes that you may be unaware of that I believe will benefit you. So try to bide your time wisely, and by the end of March, I think we're going to be moving in a pretty exciting new direction. Okay, for love and romance, we just had some cards fall out. I'm using the Silver Witchcraft Tarot. And we had 3 come out, so let's look at the bottom of the deck. Ooh. Oh dear, no. we have the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is the I can't do this anymore card. It's an overburdened card, often of our own doing, and it counsels us to look for places where we can delegate and lighten our load. So there may be an aspect of one of our relationships, our romantic relationship, where we're feeling overburdened, or even if we're single, maybe we're feeling like it's a lot going it alone, and we're just kind of feeling like we can't go on anymore. So let's check out the other cards and see what's going on. Yeah. Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups. So for some of us, this is going to be a situation where we're realizing we're in an emotionally unproductive relationship that is no longer meeting our needs. This is quite a difficult. When this card comes up, it's usually been going on for a while. I'm kind of looking already at that Ten of Wands, where it's just the relationships become a chore, become a burden. Obviously, if you're super happy, this isn't going to resonate with you, so that's okay. And I am looking towards more romantic relationships, but perhaps for those of you who are happy in your romantic relationships, this may resonate in a family relationship or a relationship with a coworker or a friend or something. But the Eight of Cups is just about coming to the realization that you need to walk away. You need to stop, that this is not healthy and not acceptable. It can be an emotionally abusive situation, or it's just one that's just not working. And you don't even necessarily have to blame anything in particular. It's just, it's not there. It's not doing it for you. It's not working. It's not adding positive emotions to your life. It's taking away. It's subtracting. So I always feel like if I'm going to have a relationship in my life, I'm not going to have one just to have one unless it's adding something. You know what I mean? So this is a powerful moment, this card. It's not easy to get there, and then there's often a process involved with it, because once you come to the realization, then you need to deal with it's like the stages of grief. It's like you've probably been in denial, argued, had anger, gotten to this realization that you need to leave, and then you sort of go through that all again, like letting go of the relationships. And this could also mean that you've gone through this relationship a long time ago, but you still haven't fully released it. You still need to actually let it go. Like you've been stuck in this process. Ooh, this is ringing true for me. For a long time. I mean, this could be years ago, and you don't even really realize that it's preventing you from moving forward. There's even a child, and maybe the child, because a child's involved, that's part of it. It's hard to, maybe it's an ex-husband, let go if you guys have a child together, because they're still kind of always there, right? Or you've been putting your child first, which is okay. So kind of explore this month areas where you may need to do some cord cutting. I really don't know a whole lot about that, but I know there are plenty of readers that actually have cord cutting meditations, or sort of like a tangible ritual to go through to, bring it from the mind into the real world. It makes it more realistic and kind of gives you like a physical way to like really let go. And sometimes those types of exercises are really helpful to actually let go, instead of just in your mind be like, yeah, I'm over it, I'm letting it go. It really forces it to be real. And then we have our Knight of Wands again. So he was so I don't know if somehow love is tied to your workplace somehow, because this came up in the work. Excuse me. But again, this is the honeymoon card. So I see once we finally, Put down the burden of the Ten of Wands and let it go of the Ace of Cups, the Eight of Cups, excuse me. What's coming in? Passion, new passion, change in passion. The Honeymoon card, new change in our passions. So we come from, this sad place to this exciting, passionate place. Sometimes this kind of, ignites quickly, but then burns out quickly. But so just be sure what your intentions are with a new relationship. Sort of try to stay one step back in the sense that, I'm not going to be like, you don't need to throw yourself into a relationship. I finally found the one. This is going to be the end all be all. He's going to, make everything better. If you go into any relationship expecting that person to make you feel better and complete your life, that's like a red flag that you're not ready for a relationship. But if you can just be like, this person kind of interests me, and, it's kind of exciting, and we'll just, take it one step at a time. And if it works out, great. If it doesn't, that's okay too, because I'm good where I am. But, we may sort of get a little swept up, and sometimes that happens. Be careful if it's at work. Holy crap. Sorry. The Emperor, which we had in the work category. So that's so weird. We had the Eight of Swords, the Emperor, and then and the Knight of Wands in that order. Now we have the Eight of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Emperor. That is crazy. Okay. Wow. Some of us maybe sort of have a thing for a boss. Be careful. Be very, very careful. Yeah. If not, you may just meet someone who is a leader in a leadership position who embodies these masculine, or they could be feminine, but it's the Emperor. So, but has the qualities of a very good leader. So a woman can very much have these qualities as well. So this person is playing heavily in your work and your relationship sector. This is a very good man to be with if he's, the positive side of the Emperor. He's fair. Wow, I'm kind of, that's kind of crazy. I don't know. I mean, what are the chances? There's 78 cards. I see a big overlap. I'm a little blown away. I'm a little like, huh. I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm like, Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to pull a final card from the Earth Magic Oracle cards just to see what's a summation here. Oops, one fell out. And we got the Milky Way, which is perspective, the big picture. So whenever I think we're struggling with things, drawing back, trying to get a much broader outlook and a big picture view is always going to be very helpful. Trying to look at things from different perspectives, and instead of just being in the thick of it, when it's very hard when you're in the thick of it to really see your way clear of anything, because you're just so involved, and it's so human. So it's nothing wrong with that. But if there is a way to step back and get a better perspective, it could be calling again upon your inner Emperor. He does look at the big picture. He doesn't get sucked into every little drama or issue because he's keeping his eye on the whole kingdom, you can think of it, the big picture, and making sure it's going to balance out for everyone and looking to the future to see how, it may play out. He's kind of this, he's all the kings wrapped into one. So he's compassionate like the King of Wands, but he's very methodical like the King of Pentacles, and he's very calculating and always playing a couple steps ahead like the King of Swords. But he's also enthusiastic and passionate and an amazing leader like the King of Wands. So he takes all of those different perspectives and uses them to weigh his decisions and to weigh what's going on and to make decisions in his life. So when you have a lot of, two Knight of Wands, there's going to be a lot of passion. And with those 8 cards too, you're really making some decisions about, one, you're sort of in denial, but then on the other hand, you're going to walk away. And it's by releasing yourself, I believe, from those two situations that you're going to bring in this new passion, and I think you're going to be more of a leader in your life, or you're going to attract people like that instead of attracting people that wear you down. You're going to attract people that build you up, whether it's in the work or the relationship sector. And if you are with someone, I'm not necessarily saying your relationship's going to end, but you're going to have a mind shift that's going to change the way you interact within the relationship, or you're going to get a better perspective to be able to see the situation in a different way. And it may ignite passion, but you're going to be more of a leader in the relationship instead of just thinking the relationship like you're just being swept along in a current of the relationship. You can be a leader in your relationship as much as you can in any other part of your life. So looking for ways to gain a deeper perspective this month is going to bring about exciting changes. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.